So, good morning. What a beautiful moment here with family. Yes, Good morning, dear Sangha. I was saying very nice things about you, sharing my enormous amounts of gratitude with you until my beautiful, lovely little birdie let me know that there was no sound. Let there be sound. Yes, it was a dry run. Good love to all. Let us always be adaptable. Let us always be fluid like water. Let you see from the smile on my face that I was sharing love in gratitude and abundance for the beautiful Sangha. I don't typically look at the chat until we're through with whatever meditation practice and pranayama practice and mindfulness that we go through. Love and abundance. What I was sharing was that my request of you, what I ask of you today, is to feel good about the things that you do, the things that you're involved in, the things that you contribute to. Because as is evidenced in my email inbox, our ripples reach people. We are a pond. We are a mighty pond. And each new bodhisattva that joins the Sangha allows our pond to expand and get bigger. And every time we come together as a community, we send ripples out. These ripples are felt, and we affect people in positive and profound ways. And if we're all faced with these moments and these areas of self-doubt, and let's address that. The self-doubt is just another seed. It's just something else to breathe away. Allow yourself to feel good. Allow yourself to feel grateful for your service, for your contribution. Those of you that truly contribute, those of you that understand the meaning and the value of Sangha, of community, how one person is one person, but two people are two. Three people is more. We have a daunting task ahead of us. Sangha keeps us from feeling alone. Sangha ensures that our prayers are more powerful than that of one man and one woman. Sangha ensures that people will let you know when you speak without volume. Sangha helps your voice to be heard. Thank you, dear Sangha, for always being there. We have important things to accomplish these mornings with this show, and we accomplish multiple things each morning. We're all individuals. We're all flawed human beings that try really hard. We live in a world where a lot of things get in our way. And so we need deep understandings of the way the world works, of the way energy works, of the way water works, of the way that we work in harmony with all elements. We need access to the knowledge that has been hidden from us for so long. Because without it, without mindfulness, without our practices, we're alone in the ocean. And there are many things working against us. And we can spend our entire day just trying to paddle through high waves. And at the end of a day, such as that, what have we accomplished? When all we could do was paddle through high waves, all we did was paddle through high waves. We may have survived the day, but we were exhausted, and we did not serve others. Working on these things allows us to float above the water, to sit on top of the water in harmony with it. And when we achieve this, we can reach out for others that need help floating above the water. And this is why we're here. As someone that has taught meditation to people that did not want to learn meditation for more than a decade, I've come to understand that it is just part of the human process. The fear of the unknown, the fear of being uncomfortable. We live in a very harsh, very cold world. And a large part of the programming that we receive is entitlement to comfort. Take this and it will bring you comfort. Do this and it will bring you comfort. We do not seek artificial comfort. For that comes with a price. The price of our awareness, the price of our health. What we seek is true understanding of the way the world works and how we fit into that. And all of the people that connect with us and join with us. And I know that there are still some people that connect with us regularly that still struggle to get started with that meditation piece. And that's why the first few steps are so important, because you can stay right there for as long as you need to. How do we start? Every time. By physically bringing our awareness home to our physical body and the space we occupy around us. We establish this. We create comfort and support right in this space. And then we take 3 mindful breaths. And you can stay right there for as long as you need to. Until you start to feel comfort with your meditation practice, for as long as it feels foreign to you, you can just practice that 3-minute step anytime, as often as you need to. Just sit down anywhere in a place free of distraction. Practice sitting outside. And it's just that moment of realization that we can control our awareness. And when we leave it run on autopilot, it's all around. It's a curious bugger. It likes to look, think, plot, wonder. Sometimes about good things, sometimes about bad. But when we sit and we have the realization that we will take the wheel and bring that awareness home, engage in thyself, check in with the awareness and the area and the space that we occupy. Take a moment for that understanding that we are physical, emotional, and spiritual beings, and that each part of ourselves must be represented, must be acknowledged, and must be loved. Simply sitting with that thought and breathing through and with that thought for 1 minute is enough practice to get you through that moment. If you spend the next 30 days just meditating for 2 minutes like that, what you're doing is solidifying the beginning steps. Before you know it, it will be very comfortable to you to just sit down and create that space. That's the most important piece. When you're able to do that for yourself, when you're able to just begin to stay with the breath, even for a moment or two, after creating your space, you've opened the door and you sat down inside. And that is a large piece of the work. A large piece of the work. I can guide you through many meditations any day. Whether you feel them, whether they affect you, will depend on your commitment to that opening piece, to just sitting and just being. And remember the things that we talk about all the time. Distractions will come. We can't let them break us. We can't let them bring irritation or anger to us. We must smile to them. We know that they are there. I smile to my distractions. I'm grateful for my distractions. I see you. I know that you are there. We call them a mindfulness bell because a distraction is just that. It's an opportunity. It's a reminder to come back home. So smile to our distractions. The more you smile at your distractions, when you get in the habit of doing this every single day, and the steps that I encourage you to go through are just as I've outlined. Begin by just sitting in a safe space, wherever that is for you. Just sit. Once you do, take a moment to bring your awareness to where you're sitting, the physical body that is doing the sitting for you. Take a moment to make sure that you are supported, that you sit alert in a comfortable space. Bring all awareness to your breath. And sit with that until your first distraction comes. When this distraction comes, smile to it. Acknowledge it by saying, "Hello, old friend. I know that you are there. Thank you for my reminder to come home." And that is valuable practice for you. And that may take 2 or 3 minutes in total. And for those of you that are absolute beginners, spiritual infants, just getting started, still confused, still have enormous amounts of chaos in your mind, that's your homework. It's all you have to do, 2 or 3 minutes, once a day or 20 times throughout the day. Depends on your personal commitment. Where do you see yourself? Who do you see yourself as? I know I titled this morning's show as Finding Motivation with a question mark. And that's because that's what I was called to speak on. I'm fortunate to have been able to start my day with a walking meditation and sun gazing. Sun gazing hasn't been available for me in more than 2 weeks, if I don't even remember the last time. For a while there, we were speaking about it often. Just hasn't been available. But today it was. And so I felt deeply inside to speak about that motivational piece. And the truth is, I can't help you with that. This is a platform for people that have found the motivation, that are responding to that motivation, to that calling, to be more and to do more and to serve others. If you don't feel that motivation, I don't frankly know how you found us. If everything that you see in this world, everything that you see and feel within yourself isn't enough to get this process started in this moment, I have no idea what will be for you. Are you thinking of waiting until the next great awakening? Until the next biblical moment in time when every warrior of this world should be all hands on deck? Doing everything possible to affect positive change? So again, allow yourself to feel grateful just for being here. You're not supposed to know what to do. The world has confused people for hundreds of years. When you're here, when you walk in the door, when you first connect with a group like this, with this Sangha, when you first connect with me, all you need to know are the things you feel inside, that you feel something more, you feel drawn to something more, that you are something more. The skills are all learnable. They're all teachable. And you won't believe how simple they are. It feels daunting because if you've never meditated, if you've never practiced regularly, you can't get out of your own mind. You can't get out of your way of the chaos of the world. It's important to practice adapting. I'm someone that is fortunate to have had unique experiences throughout life. Because there was a time when I couldn't adapt, that I would stay stubborn in a mindset and self-defeat. And I would sit in that for long periods of time. Fortunately, learning and growing and understanding, feeling drawn towards survival training, going through survival training, you learn and you understand. Adapting is the most important trait one can possess in order to ensure survival. Surviving comes first. And for most of us, for many of us, that's as far as we get. We get into the habits, we get into the places where we can finally start to survive in this world. And that's climbing up a huge ledge. Because I never knew how to survive. For a long time in the beginning of my life, all I knew how to do was drown. And surviving, truly understanding how to survive, is that first monumental cliff that we climb upon. And we're able to sit. Because now I've got it handled. I can survive anything that comes my way. But I don't know how to thrive. What is that like? What is it like for the people on the ledge above that are always comfortable? That aren't always in survival mode? That are able to have that space for themselves and are able to do more and get more done because they're not constantly working on personal survival. I know that I want to help people. I know that I want to help change the world because I can clearly see the world's on fire. But how can I possibly do that? All of my energy, all of my time is spent on personal survival, on just getting through each day in this world. Okay, more learning is needed. Let's sit with that. Let's do that. Let's understand more. So all you're encouraged to do is to stay diligent with the beginning steps of the things that will get you there. I did not intend to have such a long opening monologue, but this is the direction that my adapting has flown. It's important to bring awareness to the very beginning pieces, to that gentle foundational beginning. And so I would like us to go through those together, because we should never, ever miss a day of something that is so easy, so available, and so important. We're here together in this moment with this community, in this space, wherever we are. Bring awareness to yourself. Bring awareness to your physical body. Close your eyes as you do this. And the first thing to think of is just the way that you're sitting, or the way that you're laying, and where you are. Most spaces are okay for meditation. Most spaces. First and foremost, it's important to ensure that you're comfortable. Because if you're not, that's going to be a constant distraction. You have to make sure that you're sitting in a way that you're supported. Because if you're not, that will be a constant distraction. It is often valuable to take a moment and adjust your seating, adjust the fleshy parts of your butt, so that your sits bones are connected to your chair, to your meditation cushion, or even to outside if you're sitting on the ground. You'll see that you have a more firm foundation in your seat when you make this adjustment. Next, just check in with the torso and the upper area of the body. As we talk about all the time, it is very, very important to ensure that from the very tip of our nose all the way to the bottom of our belly, that we have an open airway that allows for expansion. Because we know that when we draw in breath, it's important to allow the spine to elongate. Giving yourself a slight tilt upwards ensures easy flow throughout the airway. Sitting in upright, proper postural alignment also ensures that our chakra systems and our energetic meridians are lined up. We have so many things working against us, so many things that clog up our airways and clog up our energetic systems. This is why every morning we check in with them and we do what we can to open them up. Because when we stay clogged up, when we stay stagnant, we get stuck. This world wants us stuck as often as possible. Do you want to allow the world to have that? Or will you check in every morning and free yourself by putting in the work, by doing what you need to do? So we have brought our awareness home to our physical body. We have checked in with our physical body. We have made the necessary adjustments for comfort and support. We have allowed for fluidity within the physical body. We allowed for that space to be able to open up when we breathe so that we don't stay stuck. The next step is to just expand your awareness, not far, just beyond the physical body, to this aura field that we create because our energy is always present with us. Once you have that, just close your eyes. Continue to being aware of your breath. And as you do, you don't have to you don't have to change or fix anything. The practice of meditating is just being aware of what is. When you connect to this space, when you achieve this moment that only takes a moment, keep all awareness on your breath and just notice what arises. If it is a thought, if it is a reoccurring thought, particularly something negative, this is a distraction, smile to it. Send your breath through it. We do this by acknowledging these things. If we don't acknowledge them, they stay inside. Acknowledging gives them space. As I sit here with all awareness on my breath, I notice I keep having this nagging, negative thought that is just taunting me, telling me, I can't do this. I can't do anything. I will always be stuck. I'm not going to allow this negative chatter to stay inside of my vessel. So what I'm going to do is acknowledge it. Hello. Negative mindset. I know that you are there. I know that you've always been there. I smile to you and thank you for making me aware to bring my awareness back home. And just for today, I choose to not let you in. And that's enough for today. For many of you, that's enough for today. And it's very important to know that if it comes right back in, that's okay. Smile again. Because you're not a great warrior the first time you pick up a sword. The first time you pick up a sword, you might cut yourself. But the more you practice, soon you will be something special. So to anyone that has felt these struggles, has continued to feel and experience these struggles, just getting through the beginning piece, please know that your win, your great victory, is just by putting in the effort, because all of the other things will come. The comfort will come. And simply by going through these things, you will be more prepared for your day. Even if you don't get very far in your meditation at first, you know the things that you can practice anytime you want. And if you are truly aware of what is needed of us, what is necessary, what is happening in this world, I encourage you to practice this a lot. Because what comes next is the nirvana, is the peace, is the expansion. Once we break that first initial barrier of just sitting down, opening up to that space, and being able to just get through our first one or two initial distractions, and we can get comfortable with that practice, what happens from there is exponential personal growth. All I've ever wanted was for my path to be of service to others. I know that I have been in unique situations and I've had unique experiences and I've had access to unique trainings and unique people. I have seen so much growth from some of the most broken people. And when you see these things, when you know what's truly possible, you know it needs to be available to everyone. No matter what your story is, no matter who you are or where you are in your path, it's very natural for everyone to say, I can't do this. But that's not you. That's the ego. That's the negative mindset. Your ego does not want you to meditate. Your ego wants to drive the wheel at all times because your ego loves watching commercials. Your ego loves McDonald's and cigarettes and bright lights and negative conversations. Your ego is fed by things that are fed. Your ego enjoys consuming things that parasites enjoy consuming. Make the connection. Success in meditation is proof, 100% verifiable proof that we can always rise above our ego when we put in the work. In the beginning, the ego is a dragon, and we are timid little warriors walking up to it. After prolonged periods of practice, it is not a dragon. It is an insect. And you are a warrior the size of a mountain. Do you want to feel that? Do you want to know what it's like to not be dominated by distractions, by anxiety, physical illness? I sure did. So there's a reason for the things that we do, friends. Just getting people comfortable with the beginning pieces of this work is so important. And that's why I go through it every morning. We're, I don't even know anymore, 4 or 5 months in with this beautiful grand experiment, this thing called Engaged Reiki that I did not know how would be received. Do I enjoy saying a lot of the same things every morning? Not really. Do I love creating space for people meditating for the first time, to step into that, to experience that, to see them empower themselves more than anything? Whatever platform is ever available to me, I will always contribute to that. This is why we touch those very easy beginning pieces of just sitting into that Vipassana. When we bring our awareness to our breath, when we start to become aware of our breath and the power of it and how that allows us to drive our lives, that opens up to so much more. Pranayama is among the most healing practices available to us. And by touching that piece every single day, we grow and we heal. You hear people talk all the time about raising your vibrations. If you truly practice with this community, if you truly feel and understand these words, and you show up every morning and you sit with your eyes closed diligently, by the end of the show every morning, your tank will be full. You will be a high vibrational person. Because we always start with awareness to thyself. We start with addressing thyself, healing and uplifting thyself, connected to a community with a strong energetic field around it. And then we fulfill our purpose by serving others. Praying and meditating in a community is amongst the most important things we can do. For some time, I have been called to put together a platform to allow people to do this. I spent most of last year growing that platform and getting these things started and developing teaching practices, to the point that I had thousands and thousands of followers on Twitter. And then one day they were all gone. And so we adapted and started brand new, organically, here. Because it's the purpose that matters, not the setbacks, not the adversity. If we get caught up in the setbacks, we'll stay sitting with the setbacks. We just have to flow around them like water and keep moving forward. So thank you for hearing me today. Thank you to those of you that took, those 2 or 3 moments just to practice sitting down, just to practice checking in with your body, just to practice checking in with your space. If you sent 2 or 3 mindful breaths through your body, just out of curiosity, just to look and to see what distractions are present with us today. Thank you, because just for today, that is enough. For most days, that is enough. When you become capable of more, that's when it's not enough. You are always your own gauge. Because when you know better, you have to do better. This will always be our motto. This will always be our karma. When you know better and you respond by doing better, you create positive karma. When you know better and you don't do better, you create negative karma for you and your family. I know this morning is a little bit different. I felt called to have some things out. And as soon as I look at the chat, I see love from Tammy Sprinkle, my beautiful sister. Thank you. I appreciate you. Those that remain present and connected mean everything. I appreciate you, valiant collection of bodhisattvas and flawed human beings that try really hard, that want to do more. I appreciate you guys. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Indigo. Good morning, Michael. Deborah Robbins, mother of messages, so many friends in the house. Debbie Snyder Wilson, Sabrina. Good morning, my brother Chad. To all the spirit warriors, may God bless us all. Love and light. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate seeing you in the morning. Good morning, Timothy. So true. Be water, my friend. We've been saying this for a long time. It's been tattooed on my body for almost 20 years. I appreciate you, Tammy Sprinkle. I'm grateful for you as well. Good morning, Fallen Blue. Many people wouldn't have stayed after the sound, and I'm grateful that you did. I hope these messages were just what you needed to hear. Drofla. Good morning, friend. Thank you for sharing this, Debbie Snyder Wilson. I was stagnant for so long and I was not comfortable in my own skin anymore. This has helped so much. In the last 3 months, I have grown so much. You're our family as well, beautiful. I appreciate you. You're also a level 2 Reiki practitioner now. There's nothing more moving to me, motivating to me, beautiful to me than people that truly work on thyself, that people that truly grow, that over 3, 4, 5 month period of time, you can notice things, you see changes, you see negative habits left behind, you see new positive habits birthed. Trading one habit for another, trading trips to fast food for 5 minutes of meditation practice. It may sound small, it may sound simple. It will change your life like you can't believe. And after spending some time in community working on ourselves, where do we find ourselves? As we talked about, we find ourselves in abundance with love, in abundance with energy, in abundance with this healing light that is this divine connection between our heart and God. Those of us that practice Reiki, we know that of all the energetic frequencies, Reiki is of the highest. It is the purest, the whitest. We have access to this as well. When we pull this in, it's just another piece of that abundance that is part of our vessel, our physical and energetic vessels. When we have abundance, we are purposed to do what? Share with those in need. Well, we have a lot of people in need. And now we can pray for them. Pray with them. Good morning, Reverend Ned. It's a blessing listening and taking in your energies, pure love and light. To you and the Cosmic Light Workers, thank you, sir. Appreciate your love. I hope that you are available to pray with us in the next few moments. And thank you, Indigo, for sharing. That is the beauty of Reiki. It clears out the old and brings in more than words could ever say. So grateful for Reiki and bringing clarity to more love than words can say. Truth. Having access to this is beautiful and is pure. And is another part of my purpose. This is why I have been shouting on the mountaintops for a long time. I will give anyone in this world level 1 Reiki attunement and training for absolutely free. Just because it needs to be available to more people. So much of what I put out there is free. Because it's my purpose to do so. This is my karma. These are things that I decided to do and to be more than a decade ago. This is how we contribute to the world that we all want to rebirth. When we establish a world based on even energy exchange, when we give as much as we receive, then everyone has abundance. There's no more room for elite, only interbeings. Good morning, Kim Sprasio. Kim Sprasio is one of the sweetest, kindest, most endearing, and most powerful warriors I've had the blessed opportunity to meet. I'm very grateful for you, Kim Sprasio, who says I too have grown spiritually like never before since engaging with us. That's beautiful. Makes me very, 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 very happy. Love and respect to you, Divine Warrior. So that I do not go on and just, some days I feel I have more in me to talk and share than others. But we have work to do. We have people to pray for. We have energy to share. We have vibrations to uplift and to affect. And now is the time for that space. And it is important to do it together because we are Sangha. Because we are those that are aware. We are those that work on ourselves and pray together. And it is so valuable to do so in a community. And when you have a community like this that vibrates the way that we do, we're powerful. We're a pack of lions. And we're going to roar through the world in just a moment as our friends join us. And I ask that everybody contribute, everybody that is connected to us live in this moment, available in the chat. Wherever you are on your path, you're all spiritual warriors. You're prayer warriors. We all have hands. And we can all bring them here. And I have some friends joining us, some powerful light workers. Good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning.
Grateful to have you with us as always. Grateful to have abundance of available, beautiful prayer warriors in the chat. And I ask that all of us just bring it together. Just bring your hands together in front of your heart space. And just touch, just feel that piece of gratitude for being who we are, for being where we are, and with the people that we're with. Good morning, beautiful Rita.
Good morning.
Let me take a moment and share gratitude with the Sangha for the people that contribute, for the people that help to increase the overall energy of our community, our expansive vibration, the very vibration that feeds all of us, that uplifts all of us, that helps us to tap into the important space that we belong in. Grateful for our divine connection to God and for the light that is shined down upon us that illuminates our purpose. We are grateful for the angels and the synchronicities that show up over and over again as a reward for us putting in the work. I'm grateful for the knowing that we were assisted and guided by angels and archangels. And we know and we feel that Archangel Michael sits with us, circulates amongst all of us to ensure that our connection and our Reiki is of the highest and purest, that we are always protected from negative energy, dark intentions, and those that would do us harm. I ask that we take this moment and bring our awareness to the banner of friends and family. And just send them our love, send them our prayer, send them our Reiki. The list of people in this banner are extensions of the people in this community. The people in this banner exist because the people in this community have put them there. And we are grateful for the entirety of our Sangha the purpose, and the people that we're here to serve. Let us feel grateful for the knowing that our prayers are received, that our Reiki is felt, and that our energy affects positive change. By being who we are, by practicing, by contributing to this Sangha, we contribute to the great light that we create. And we know that this light illuminates all the dark places of the world. And we will always continue to seek out those that are depleted, unappreciated, and attacked. The people that try to walk this world as bodhisattvas, but can't get out of their own way. Let our prayers reach them, let our Reiki reach them, so that they can feel supported and continue to stand with us. In this moment, I seal the Reiki that we share and extend gratitude for those that share and contribute. Thank you for the work that you do, for the contributions that you make, and for the healing that we put out into the world. Grateful for you, dear Sangha. I wish you namaste, and a reminder to everyone to engage your gifts throughout the day. Much love.